Welcome to POW Talk with Bishop Jamal Womack-El, better known as POW, your professor of wellness, a world-class naturopathic holistic scientist and herbalist who's been improving people's lives for over 40 years through God's divine word. POW will share life-changing principles for your health and wealth, covering a cornucopia of subjects on holistic living that will refresh, encourage, and guide you towards a higher zone of living. It's time for you to be, do, and have all that the Creator originally intended for you. So let's get up, over the top with your most trusted name in holistic living. Life coach, speaker, and author, the prophet of wellness, Bishop Jamal Womack-El.
Blessings, and more blessings. I'm really excited for another POW's podcast. This is your host, Bishop Jamal Womack-El, your POW, your prophet of wellness. I want to talk about this thing called plastic, and it's too much plastic. And when you begin to actually go back and reminisce, up from the log cabins we came, up from the dirt floors and the wash tubs, and from quilting frames, up from the lye soap we came. Anybody remember that lye soap? Up from the fields tilled by hand with the simplest of handmade tools. Up from the kerosene lamps we came, the hand carts, the ox carts, the buggies. Up from the homespun, the carded wood, the wool, the hand carved bowls we came. Up from the extracts, the herbal poultices, the tinctures, even up from prayers. Up from early crib death of children. Up from the aftermath of smallpox. What was that other one? The German measles. Y'all remember that? Influenza epidemic. Up from the Black Death that we came up from into rubella. What was the other one? Chickenpox. Into progress, into the Industrial Revolution, into mechanisms of that were run by motors and machines and wheels inside wheels, and the convenience stores, the microscope, immunizations, electricity, synthetics, plastics. This is where we are today, folks. Out went the old, all of it. Old became bad. Glass plates, metal spoons, forks, and knives, glasses that we drunk out of, and then came in what? Plastic here, plastic there, plastic spoons, plastic forks, plastic knives, plasticware. Plastic, we even wrap our food in plastic. Plastic. We drink our water out of plastic. Think about it, folks. In came the new. The new became good. Ease. Convenience. How about this? Faster. Speed. Progress. Leisure. Cleanliness, because you just throw the plastic away. Utopia. So the plastic pendulum swung. And then in its path, it cut down not only the bad, but the good. It cut down not only smallpox, not only the outhouses and the dirt floors, but also the quilting, the quilting frames, the hollyhocks, the clean air, the clear streams. I remember the milkman used to deliver milk. And he used glass bottles, and we had to wash those out in scalding hot water, put them back in the box so the milkman could come and take that and give us some new milk in glass bottles. But today, we can get our milk in plastic. How about that, folks? We have advanced. Didn't we advance? We think. So along with the labor and the back-breaking toil of just being self-sustaining, it cut down the freedom and the satisfaction of being self-sustaining. For the most part, this simple, independent ways are gone. We don't have to chase our lunch no more. We don't have to go down the field trying to chase the chicken to, to twist his neck. We don't have to run in the backyard to go ahead and get some eggs for breakfast. We no longer have to pull on the ninnies to get the milk from the cow. We don't actually have to go running out and pick our crops and pick our veggies for dinner or for lunch. Because what has happened? We are now free from the labor of back-breaking toil of being self-sustaining. It cut down the freedom and the satisfaction of being self-sustaining. For the most part, the simple, independent ways are gone. No longer do we spin our own cotton or cloth. Don't even see that many sewing machines no more. I remember my mother used to make all her clothes for when she went to work. She made her clothes for work and made her clothes for church. We don't make our own clothes no more. And then plant and harvest our own gardens. We don't do that no more. We are no longer responsible directly for our food. We don't even go shopping for our food no longer. We could just call Grubhub or Uber Eats or whatever fast food place you just want to call up and zippy food. And it just shows up. And then we just put it into our mouth. And they get constipated and wonder why we can't eliminate it. And to a large extent, we don't even control our own environment. And ultimately, we don't even own our own bodies. Because our body's been cut down by this plastic pendulum. Yes, synthetics, y'all, now are just raving havoc in our body. So now in America, we're experiencing a synthetic backlash. And there's a rebellion against the loss of the good and the natural that actually disappeared from our society in a ultimately death, or causes sickness and disease, or causes inflammation, glycation, oxidation, or just an early death, because Americans just embrace the plastic, the artificial, the synthetic, the fake. So when you think about 10 to 20 years ago, the word modern was synonymous with the word good. You know, cupboards, they just bulge with all kinds of things back in the day. You know, you had your beans, and you had your you had your oils, and then they were filled up with glassware. Remember Chinaware? The china you use for special occasions. But now the cupboards are bulged with plastic dishes. You open up the drawers with plastic spoons, plastic knives, plastic forks, plastic cups, and grandmother's old cracked dishes. They're probably up in the attic if you still have them. But now the word modern is really modern art. I want you to think about that. Grandmother's old dishes are being retrieved and cherished, and they're being sold for a healthy sum because it's now considered modern art. And it's like an antique business. Yeah. Those plates. Remember those blue plates? Those blue fancy plates with the white and the cake plates and the glass over the cake. But now this is like an art or an antique. And even the clothing industry and the consumer alike once rejoiced at the development of, y'all remember, polyesters. The iron and the ironing board could actually be retired when polyester came out. You didn't have to iron as much. Y'all remember the cotton shirts? You had to iron them. You had to starch them. I mean, people back then They worked to live. Now we just live to exist. And it's causing havoc. It's causing much havoc today. So I just want to go back again. The iron and the iron board can actually be retired. Away with wrinkles, away with baggies, away with the frayed collars. Now we could just look crisp and witless and bandbox perfect any hour of the day or night. But soon, the honeymoon of the consumer and the polyesters even begin to fade, and we look witless, but we look just like everybody else. And the fabric textures have acquired the sameness. Actually, we don't even get dressed no more. um, we just put on our slippers and keep our pajamas on that we wore the night before, and just go round the corner to the store, food shopping, or get our nails done, or get our hair done, or go to the car wash, or to the barber shop with our pajamas on. Or if we don't have pajamas on, we have our pants on, but we have our undies showing. Culture has changed dramatically. I mean, the fabric backlash, the plastic backlash, consumers itself have backlash concerning with the state of affairs and health has backlash. So we have this synthetic backlash. What is real today? What is real today? What is healthy today? What is wellness today? Things have changed tremendously. Cottons, both in blends and in their natural state, they become cherished along with denim. We have a generation now that basically anything goes. This synthetic backlash. Now let me get back to plastic. Plastic dishes, fabrics, food. The consumer of today is becoming disenchanted with the convenience and also the progress of the supermarket. Me and my wife, we go shopping with our family for food. And when you look and observe what other people are putting in their carts, I love being nosy and looking at what people are putting in their carts. The majority of things in the carts are in boxes or in plastic or in cans because we love convenience. And we have convenience, but what we do not have is flavor, vitality, wholesomeness in foods, and guess what? No nutrition. We no longer have much control over the quality of things that we put into our bodies. Number one, because we're consuming invented foods. Are you hearing me? Now, there's a book that I would highly recommend. It's I can't remember the name of the author. I think his first name was Sidney, but it's called The Great American Food Hoax. If you get a chance, get that book, read that book, because it tells you about the age of adulterated foods. Um, Sidney Margolius, I think. I'm not sure. Something, I think Margolius or Margolius or Martinez, but it's a powerful book, The Great American Food Hoax. And it talks about the age of adulterated food, how this psychologically manipulating package that they skillfully design is so hypnotic that you got to walk out with that plastic. You got to walk out with that colorful marketing device that when you open it up, there is really no food. There's some substance in there, but it's no nutrition. So our age continues in this age of invented food under an invented name. When a pudding with a vegetable oil base becomes cool and creamy in a laboratory concocted powder of sugar, flavorings, vegetable oil, synthetic vitamins becomes the morning start. That's dangerous to start your day off with an invented food and an invented name. Are you getting this? Where a lot of these morning starts, they basically 50% fat, water, corn starch, and some fillers, and the U.S. grade a frozen frozen. Everything is just crap. That's all. The majority of stuff is crap today, and we continue to buy these things and support these things that are actually accelerating our sicknesses, our diseases, and our deaths. Are you getting this? Now, there's some manufacturers, they even figured out how to sell just the additive and not even bother with the food. Just buy the additive and forget the food. They actually have what is called a soft drink powder. And I'm not going to mention the name because some of you even know it's for breakfast. A soft drink powder with an additive. No food whatsoever. Are you getting this, folks? So for years, we've been told that supermarkets use clever merchandising and psychological tricks just to get us to spend a lot of money. Now we're being told that they use out and out ripoffs and con games to actually get us to part with our dollars. And they're being very successful with it. Very successful with it. And we keep funding it. And could it be because we're not even functioning with full capacity of our brain, because our brain is malnourished and might have a lot of what is called plasticizers in our brain or in our body? You need to do a research on that later, and I'm going to do a teaching just on plasticizers, because we're in a plastic pendulum society. We go from here to there to everywhere and don't realize we are not functioning at our full capacity because we put too much fake stuff in our bodies, and our body needs fuel, our body needs nutrition, our body needs enzymes so that we can be what God wants us to be, do what he wants us to do, and have what he wants us to have. It's bad enough that we have environmental stress. It's bad enough that we are being radiated every day with electromagnetic radiation through cell phone towers. It's bad enough that we consume pesticides, herbicides, insecticides, which actually stops even the true productivity of food in its fullness. And then our healthcare system is just terrible. And there should come a time and a point where you are tired of being sick. You're tired of being lethargic. You're tired of being stressed. You're tired of being fatigued. But I'm going to tell you this. Stop with the fake stuff. It's too much plastic. I'm going to stop for now because I got a lot to say, so I'm going to bring it up another day. This is Bishop Shema Womack-El saying, I see you going one place as you stop the plastic, and that's up, 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 and over the top. Peace.
Thank you for listening to POW Talk. If you enjoyed this podcast and would like to learn more about the benefits of holistic health to reach a higher zone of living, go to our website, www.bishopwomack.com, and be sure to like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on new episodes. Until next time, remember, there's only one place to go. Up, 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 and over the top.